The Treasures of the Tweed mural project had its origins in a visit to Canada by former Tweed Shire Mayor Max Boyd. While in Canada, Max visited Chemanis on Vancouver Island. The town had been in decline after logging ceased. However, its fortunes were transformed by the installation of murals on every wall in the town. These murals portrayed a pictorial history of the area and have transformed it into a major tourist attraction, drawing people from all over the world. Max also visited Sheffield in Tasmania, which had undertaken a similar mural-based transformation. Consequently, when local artist David Adams presented a mural design concept for Moorlambar's levee wall to council, Max recognised the potential to replicate those successes in the Tweed. An amalgamation of Tweed Shire Council, Job Futures South East Queensland and Tweed Landcare Incorporated was formed to jointly support and implement the project. Funding was supplied by the federal government, with the Tweed Shire Council providing in-kind support. The intention of the mural is threefold: to visually enhance an unsightly concrete levee wall, to inform residents, that's the coxswain fig parrot. It's only a little bird, but really rare, and visitors to the Tweed about the unique and diverse range of flora and fauna located in the Tweed Valley region, and to attract visitors to the town, which is one of the gateways to our World Heritage listed national parks. In 1990, it was demonstrated that Tweed Shire has the highest plant diversity within a 2,000-kilometre section of the Australian east coast. The region supports both tropical and temperate species, many of which are at the limits of their range. Such species may contain genetic characteristics and adaptive potential for extension into new habitats, an important feature for species to successfully overcome environmental change, example climate change. The faunal diversity of the region is equalled only by the wet tropics of northern Australia. Over 630 vertebrate species are known from the region, and the avifaunal diversity is second only to the wet tropics, while the region has the highest diversity of marsupials, frogs, snakes and skinks in Australia. As a result of the major changes to the vegetated landscape caused by human activities over the past 150 years, many species have suffered dramatic declines in population size and contraction in range, leading to an extensive list of rare, endangered, vulnerable or otherwise significant species. The majority of the fauna and flora species depicted on the levee wall are listed as threatened under one of these categories at a state or national level, or both. The mural begins with prehistoric rock formations, providing a link to the long period of formation of our modern landscape and its ancient origins in the supercontinent of Gondwanaland. The superb fruit dove, showing the blue knob orchid, which features in the Tweed Shire Council's coat of arms. The wampu fruit dove, following ripening fruit. Some of its feed trees rely on species such as this to distribute their seeds. The coolamon tree in flower, adopted as the Tweed Shire's floral emblem. Its showy, pink-red flowers are clustered along the large branches of the tree, followed by large white fruit. Albert's lyrebird, restricted to south-east Queensland and north-east New South Wales, features on the Council's coat of arms. Superb lyrebird is the New South Wales National Park's emblem. The seed pod from the small-leaved tamarind also forms part of Council's coat of arms. Found only at a small number of locations, from the Richmond and Tweed rivers to Upper Talabudra Valley in southeast Queensland. The critically endangered coxswain's fig parrot, very rare, possibly extinct. The total number is thought to be less than 200 birds, which makes it one of Australia's most endangered species. The mural first depicts the higher elevation rainforest of the Caldera, progressively following the Tweed River down through all endangered ecological communities of the lowland floodplains to the ocean. The smooth-leaved Davison's plum, only found from the Tintinbar Broken Head district to the Currumbin Valley. The spotted tail quoll, Australia's largest mainland carnivore, mostly nocturnal, an excellent climber, but its range has contracted considerably since European settlement. The lace fritillary, Population now restricted to a few widely separated localities from Port Macquarie north to Gympie. Eggs are laid singly on the leaf of a caterpillar's food plant, the arrow-headed violet. The Richmond birdwing butterfly has inspired a concerted community effort to protect it and increase its potential habitat through reintroducing its natural food source, the Pararistolochia pravinosa and Pararistolochia leheyana vines. The superb fruit dove, one of a group of beautifully coloured rainforest-dependent fruit-eating pigeons whose numbers and distribution have reduced due to rainforest clearing and fragmentation. The male rose-crowned fruit dove, a small colourful rainforest pigeon to 24 centimetres in length. Its distinctive call is loud and explosive. Some populations are migratory in response to food availability. The female and chick are not easily seen. Adjacent to the subtropical rainforest, we move to a floristically simple forest community in the cool temperate rainforest. This type occurs above 450 metres and extends up to 1,500 metres elevation. The dominant canopy species is the Antarctic beech. The genus is ancient and primitive, with a present-day distribution clearly indicating its Gondwanan ancestry. The sooty owl inhabits rainforests, escarpments on the eastern tablelands. Loss of mature, hollow trees and changes to forests and woodlands has led to a major threat to its survival. Border Ranger's daisy, a perennial herb to 30 centimetres. There are thought to be 40 to 50 plants at the only known site in New South Wales. It's susceptible to exotic weed invasion of its habitat. A family of powerful owls, the largest owl in Australasia. As most prey species require hollows and a shrub layer, these are important habitat components for the owl, as are the large tree hollows it requires for nesting. Inappropriate clearing of old-growth forests and too frequent fires have impacted on their density and that of their prey. 20 million years ago, the Mount Warning Shield volcano extended from the Tamborine Mountains in the north over 100 kilometres south to Lismore and from Kyogle 60 kilometres to the east. It was over 2 kilometres high. The grey-headed flying fox, the largest Australian bat. Distinguished from other flying foxes by the leg fur which extends to the ankle. Roosting camps are generally located within 20 kilometres of regular food source, and they will travel up to 50 kilometres in search of food. Individual camps may have tens of thousands of animals. They are an important pollinator and seed disperser. The spear lily, a large succulent herb with a sword-shaped leaf of up to 3 metres long. Known at only 11 sites within New South Wales, most populations consist of only a few hundred individuals, and it's threatened by illegal seed harvesting and weed invasion. The giant barred frog and the slightly smaller flaze barred frog live at elevations below 1,000 metres. They are threatened by the reduction in water quality and the use of herbicides near streams. The satin bowerbird. While the bowerbirds illustrated here are not listed as threatened, they are reliant on habitat protection and retention. Both male and female have bright lilac blue eyes. Mature males are black with a glossy purple blue sheen. The female is slightly smaller and is coloured green, grey-green, dusky brown and dark brown. They get their name from the intricately woven bower that the male builds. The regent bowerbird. The head, back and flight feathers of the male are coloured in a rich golden yellow, with the remainder of the bird being black with a purple sheen. Regent bowerbirds are fruit eaters and live mainly in the upper levels of forest trees. They spend time on the ground only when bower building, displaying and mating. And when you come down to take a look, you might get to meet some of the locals.